Good evening, testimony.
Good evening, my PhD.
How far?
It was so good to see you. So now you won't come see. Good one. Oh.
How's
I
everything
said,
else today?
I'm class. Thank God it's 7:30. Can we please 30 minutes in B?
Okay,
To learn.
okay.
It's a good one.
That's good. I'll be coming on to join.
I pray they do. I'm an online person. So more online, not tell us just but my circle me by 8 last 8 sha. I hope they join early.
But the sense message is at the
Lady,
okay.
so only drive we ma to wale to respond if she's not driving.
So,
Like I said, because she's going to do a slide in Concord. I didn't discourage her from doing a slide. Mi ò sọ pé ní screen torí sàlẹ̀ láti máa lò. I just left her pé at least kó máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Máa ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe.
Projector mi ò tẹ̀ mọ́ bí wọ́n gbé projector yẹn sí.
Wáyé pé nǹkan tá a lè ṣe tí ẹ pé a máa publicize pé gbogbo àwọn ará àdúgbò kan wá youth àdúgbò kan join or whatever. Tó bá dẹ̀ máa ní projector, I think he likes to use something like that. But she's a guru in insurance. Guru in insurance.
Okay.
So we need to stop later. But it's too early to start recording.
It has been set in that way so that once you are in, the thing is recorded because it's being live streamed as well.
You may do your introduction to commence it then.
People to come in a bit before we start. Once we have about 10 to 15, we start. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
President Martins, you are welcome.
Thank you.
IPP Saka, you are welcome.
Thank you for having us tonight, my PhD.
Dr. Bat, you are also welcome. We just give you minutes so that you can have about 10 to, once you have about 15, we start.
Okay.
So we don't waste people's time.
All right. Thank you so much.
You done, Victor, you are welcome.
Thank you so very much, my PhD.
How are you today, sir?
And good evening to fellow Rotarians. CM BAT.
Welcome. By 7:40 we start. We are just trying to wait for a few people to join so that once we are about 10, we start. So that we don't waste people's time unnecessarily.
Oh, that is great. That is great.
Thank you so much. Essay, is that AG Abinibi? Hello, who is using essay? Please let us have your full name, please. Essay, you are welcome. We appreciate having your full name. Good evening, fellow Rotarians.
Good evening, my PhD.
How are you? Once again, I want to welcome everybody. I think the time is going and we need to start. So I want to welcome everybody on board. And today, as we have shared earlier, we are trying to discuss something spectacular, something that can make us to be more effective in our club, in our district and Rotary world. That is Rotary action groups. And there's no other person who's going to be talking to us today than Dr. Bat, who is a past president of Rotary Club of Ikeja South. He will be the one leading the charge to share with us his journey to Rotary through Rotary action groups. And this committee, the Rotary Fellowships and Action Groups Committee, was constituted by the district governor himself. He's a 5-man committee member to promote, create awareness, and also ensure that encourage and ensure that Rotarians who are passionate about service serve beyond their clubs and district level. Those who have hobbies or who have special interest in particular field or professions come together to enjoy themselves while serving Rotary. So on that note, I want to welcome everyone of us once again. And I would like to call on our president, United President Oluwakayode Martins, Rotary Club of Mole Golden Impact, E-Club, to please lead us in Rotary Grace. President Martins. President Martins.
Yes.
Yes.
My PhD, thank you.
Thank you.
Kindly lead us in Rotary Grace, please.
Yes, thank you for the
Yes,
opportunity
thank you for the opportunity
you're giving me
you're
tonight,
giving me tonight,
especially our leaders in the
our leaders in the
house.
house.
Yes, so
Yes,
at the
so
spur
at
of
the spur
Rotary,
of
I think Rotary.
Rotary.
So please, I'd like us to
Please, I'd
all
like us
unmute
to
our
all
mic so
unmute
we
our
can take the
mic so
Rotary
we
group
can take the
together.
Rotary
Thank you.
together. Thank you.
So Rotary,
Rotary,
we for
friends
help
us
Thank you once again, my
Thank you so
PhD.
much. Thank you so much. We are grateful and glad to have you. And we appreciate you for leading us in Rotary Grace. Once again, I want to welcome everyone, especially my friend from United Kingdom, Ayokunle Ayinde. You are also welcome. And for every one of us, you are welcome. And I want to use this medium to let us have a brief overview of what Rotary Action Group is all about. Rotary Action Groups help Rotary clubs and districts plan and carry out projects in their community, and also helps in humanitarian service projects in their area of expertise. And Rotarians who are proficient and have passion for service in a particular field are organized through Rotary action groups. The Rotary action groups operate independently of Rotary International, establishing its own rules, dues, and other requirements. They also have their administrative structures which they operate. And membership is open to Rotarians, their family members, also open to all participants and alumni of Rotary Foundation program. Rotaractors are not excluded. Rotary action groups must adopt Rotary International bylaws in their dealings, so that they won't do things that is contrary to the rules and regulations set by Rotary International, even though they have their own personal rules. And they also operate in accordance with Rotary policy. Rotary action groups regularly collaborate with clubs and districts on service projects in their area. Rotarian action groups can help clubs and districts obtain funding or other assistance for their service project. And the benefits are enormous. I will only mention a few. Rotary action groups offer the opportunity for members to engage in meaningful service activities outside their own clubs. Also, by partnering with Rotary action groups, your club or district can gain support of experts for planning and implementing a service project. These are just few information I want to share with us before the speaker start to speak on Rotary action groups and its pedestal to Rotary. On this note, dear friends, let me quickly introduce to us our guest speaker for tonight. His name is Dr. Pat Ufebunam. He is a member Rotary Club of Ikeja South, and he served as the president in the year 2021-2022. He is a major donor. He has contributed up to $10,000 to Rotary Foundation. At the moment, he is the district chair for maternal and child health for the committee for this Rotary year. And is also the chief medical director of Grace Valley Medical Center, Okota, and a guest presenter on Wale Adenuga Production TV on health matters. This is a program he has been doing for over 10 years, and he's still doing it. Please let us welcome Rotarian past president, Dr. Pat Ufebunam. Dr. Bat, please unmute so that we can have you. Can you please unmute so that we can have you?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My PhD, Ola Benson.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, distinguished Rotarian in the house. I'm glad to be presented the opportunity to talk on this topic. Now, as he has rightly pointed out, the Rotary Action Group, number one, they are independent, but they are Rotary affiliated group, which means that they cannot stand alone. And who can join? Everybody can be a member. Usually experts in a particular field. It could be the field of medicine, in which case you could have addiction prevention. It could be economic development. It could be about peace. It could be about the environment. It could be about water and sanitation. As a matter of fact, it's patterned along the 7 areas of focus, which I would like to mention for the benefit of those of us who may be joining us that are not Rotarians. Basically, these action groups, Rotary action groups, which I'll be calling RAGs for short, is patterned along the 7 areas of focus in Rotary. Number 1, peace and conflict resolution. Number 2, disease prevention and treatment. Number 3, water and sanitation. Number 4, maternal and child health. I happen to be the chairman of the maternal and child health for the district 9111 for this Rotary year. Number 5 is basic education and literacy. Number 6 is community economic development. And of course, the last one, the newly added one, the 7th one, is protection of our environment or protecting the environment. Now, this Rotary action group are usually patterned along these areas of focus in Rotary. So which means that they are key, they're very, very essential. Now, to talk about my field, I'm a trained medical practitioner, family medicine to be precise, with over 2 decades of practicing experience in Nigeria and beyond. I'm also the medical director of Grace Valley Medical Center, a hospital that is over 10 years old and counting. So, but let me also talk, because I'm also expected to talk about my pedestal, my journey to Rotary. As a matter of fact, I became a Rotarian in the year 2014. And I got into Rotary through one of these very special groups, Rotary Action Group, referred to as, for short, RFHD, Rotary Family Health Days. And incidentally, the year it was launched in our past district, the defunct district 9110, was actually the year I became part and parcel of the program. As a practicing medical doctor in Lagos, I was involved in a health presentation that took me to the district to talk about a particular topic during the one of the events that apparently heralded this program. So after giving my presentation, I was introduced as a medical doctor, a young, vibrant medical doctor at that time. I'm older now. And after doing my presentation, I started asking questions about what they do in Rotary. And of course, with all the things I saw there, I needed nobody to convince me that this is a group I wouldn't mind identifying with. And since then, right from the I was appointed a member of the committee. Regardless of the fact that I was not a Rotarian at this time, I was appointed a member of the committee because of my expertise, because of the medical field. So because we talked about experts in a particular field, that is not to say that it's only in medicine, but this has to do with health. And I can tell you that the impact of that program since inception has been very, very monumental, unprecedented, if I may use that word. Okay, so for the benefit of non-Rotarians who may not have an idea of what this Rotary Family Health Day, what this particular action group does, they're involved in HIV testing and counseling. They're involved in distribution of health materials, sanitary pads, mosquito nets, among many others. Not just that. The beauty of it is that at the beginning, it used to be a full 3-day program in different areas, different locations across Lagos and of course Ogun State. It could be hospital environment, it could be markets, areas, schools, and what have you. So usually during this time, Rotarians will gather en masse with all the medical teams to do screening, not just for HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, screening for urinalysis. In some cases, pap smear, and in some other areas, we do screening for eye. cataract screening, surgeries, and all whatnot. So it is all encompassing. And I realized that there's a lot of partners at that time. USAID is one of the major partners I can remember. MTN at some point was a partner, if I'm correct, and a whole lot of other people who were supporting this health initiative. And suffice to also point out that though the leaders are Rotarians, a whole lot of people who are involved and participating in one area or the other are not Rotarians, but people who value, who appreciate service and what we do in Rotary. Everybody was involved in this program. And I can tell you that at the beginning, it used to be once in a year, but presently, I've seen it happening twice in one Rotary year, which is very commendable. Okay, so but let me narrow it down to when I became a member. Through that program, I got to know about Rotary. I became engaged, as we usually say in Rotary. I became engaged with activities surrounding this particular program. And of course, that captured my interest. I had the opportunity because I met a whole lot of Rotary leaders at that time. Some of them are past district governors. PDG Bola Ebade was a member of that committee. I can remember our later PDG. I can't remember. I can't quickly recall his name. Was also our chairman at that particular year. PDG Olowo of blessed memory. May God continue to rest his soul. So these are great leaders that impacted so much on us, that made us to develop passion to join Rotary. And I can tell you, since I joined, I've not looked back. He also mentioned in the course of introducing me that I've served as president of Rotary Club of Ikeja South. I also want to point out that when you get involved in all this thing and you become a Rotarian, your impact can actually go very far. As the president, the year I served as president, we chartered 3 good clubs, which was, of course, unprecedented in our club history. That was the first time Rotary Club of Ikeja South was chartering 3 clubs in one Rotary year. I'm talking about the Changemaker year. And I can tell you, to the glory of God, all 3 clubs are standing today. Let me use one of them as an example, Rotary Club of Agopalas Way. This was the one I personally started from scratch with the help of other Rotarians, and today the club is standing and they're doing fantastically well. During their handover, they raised quite a substantial amount of money. Just on the handover day, they raised over 2.5 million. That tells you 1 or 2 things about the club, and about 7 of their members were traveled to Calgary for Rotary Convention. So that shows you that they have dedicated members as the nucleus of that club. Ditto for the other 2 clubs. Rotary Club of Ikeja New Horizon is one of them. And of course, the third one was Rotary Club of Alakuko to the world. These clubs are standing till today. And I can tell you that they are beginning to charter new clubs. The message is spreading. The service to humanity is being replicated in some areas where they were hitherto non-existent. So, as a matter of fact, I just narrowed my my presentation or my discussion on Rotary Family Health Days, because that actually was the avenue through which I got into Rotary. Suffice it also to point out that there are a whole lot of others that are involved in some other areas of focus of Rotary. There are Rotary action groups that are involved in the promotion of peace and conflict resolution. There are some that are involved in taking care of refugees, internally displaced persons in a number of areas that were ravaged by war and some other challenges. There are a whole lot that are involved in the disease prevention and treatment category. You have people who are involved, groups that are involved in addiction prevention. You can agree with me that the problem of addiction is a hydra-headed monster not just in Nigeria and in a number of nations of the world. This scourge is actually devouring and destroying lives, particularly among our youths who have taken to drugs. Okay, so one can actually make up his or her mind on any particular area where you have where you're passionate, or where you have passion for, or an area where you're an expert in, to actually pick it up from that. You may be a lawyer who may choose to join the ones that are involved in promotion of peace and conflict resolution. That is also possible. So what are the benefits of Rotary action groups? I'll read out what I have here. I have before me here. By joining a Rotary action group, you can engage in meaningful service activities outside your own clubs, districts, or even country. Sometimes activities of this nature can actually take one beyond the shores of his or her own country. By partnering with a Rotary action group, your club or district gains the support of experts for planning and implementing projects that can affect and impact your community or the communities that we live in positively. Now, who can join for the benefit of those of us who are non-Rotarian, who are not Rotarians? Anyone who wants to share his or her expertise to make a positive impact or to change the narrative, as we always say in this part of the world, can join an action group, a Rotary action group. However, only Rotarians, Rotractors, and Rotary Peace Fellows are permitted to serve in leadership positions or roles. I'd like to give an opportunity so that anybody who has a question can actually, or a contribution can actually make at this point. Suffice also to point out that this is my 11th year as a Rotarian. So I joined precisely in the year 2014, and the first Rotary event that I participated in was Rotary Family Health Days, one of the Rotary action groups, a very strong one that we have in our district here in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bat. We are grateful to have you, and thank you for sharing the insight about Rotary action groups and your pedestal to Rotary. Once again, we are glad to have you. The floor is open for questions and answers. I will check the chat box to see if there's any question for you. So that, okay, somebody said, I'm passionate about this and plan to join the action group. Okay, thank you. You want to have your questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to raise up your hands, or you can send it to the chat box. If you have any questions, please raise up your hand to ask.
Two hands are raised, Chairman.
Okay. Okay, let's have them. I'm trying to see which of them first, but I'm not seeing any. But if you see, call any of them, please. Dr. Mohammed. Hello, let's have your questions, please. Hello. Hello.
Are you calling on me, Chairman?
Yes. I've not seen the hand, but if you see the hand, can you call them to please ask their questions, please?
Okay, maybe I should just
Okay,
choose.
Dr. Victor.
Okay.
Dr. Victor, let's have you. Now, Victor, you have the floor, please. Now, Victor, you have the floor.
Okay. Thank you so very much, my PhD.
Thank you, sir.
Ma is not a question, but just to appreciate. Please confirm.
We can hear you. These are network.
We can hear you, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Confirm you can hear me, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So thank you so very much. Okay. So like I did mention, it's not really a question, but just to appreciate our guest speaker for tonight in person of who happens to be my classmate anyway, my changemaker president. Thank you so very much for this. I want to call it even a lecture, right? You know, as it concerns action groups. Yes, for some of us, yes, we know what action group are and what they do. But believe me sincerely, this your few minutes lecture has also impacted me more. There are some things that I felt I know, but with this your lecture, I think it has taken me to another level of Rotary Action Group. And yes, I'm a member of one of the action groups, right? But of course, I want to really appreciate you for dipping deep into what these action groups are. And I want to encourage us to also see how beyond this virtual meeting we're having, to also visit clubs, to also educate clubs on the importance and what the action groups do, so that we'll have a lot of our members, especially new members of the club, join these action groups, which will also help them to improve their Rotary knowledge and also help them to also serve humanity at large. Once again, thank you so very much for this your wonderful lecture. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, my changemaker president. I appreciate you.
Well, we have Vivo. Vivo was raising up his hands, but unfortunately, I think he's off. But we have another person, Odran Franklin. Odran Franklin. Odran Franklin, if you can hear me, please ask your question. Please unmute yourself. Odran Franklin. Odran Franklin Guaba, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself. The network is not friendly. Somebody was saying that how many action groups do you have in the district? Can you have a Rotarians the opportunity to have a list of the groups and modalities to join? Maybe I should take that, or Dr. Bat will take that.
Thank you very much.
How many
Thank you
action
very much,
groups do
my
you have
PhD.
in the district? At the moment, we have.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Dr. Bat.
Okay. I may not have an idea of the exact number, because I do know that one or two came into existence not too long ago. But the major one is the Rotary for Family Health Days. I'm also in the know that there's also another one that is involved in public speaking, the one that is spearheaded by our PDG, Bola by the public speakers, Rotarians, where people hone their public speaking skills and become better speakers. Okay. There's also another one that are involved in Yashin. Find this one very interesting. Just like I said in the course of the presentation, it's not only in health that we have action health groups. So we have a number of them in different areas. We also have the one that's involved in drafts, sporting events, draft playing. I don't know their full names, but I have an idea that such are in existence in our district as of today. So I'm sure my PhD, Shola Benson, will update us on their numbers. Thank you very much, my PhD. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Baj, our past president. Well, once again, let me just say, we have numerous of it. Over 250 action groups are available. But the issue is that presently in our district, some are on the public domain, while some are under. We have action group on peace. We have action group on community health, on maternal and child health also. Even that one was the first that received the what is called a project of scale from Rotary International. They received the sum of 2 million, for their project in I think about 4 years ago, and this project will last for 3 years. And the total money given to them was $2 million. So you can imagine that if you have about 10 action groups that are able to get a project of scale or program of scale or grant to support project locally, our community will be better for it. We also have the one for diabetes. We have action group for diabetes. We have for drug abuse. We have for malaria. They call them RAM, Rotary Action Group, go back malaria. Then we also have WASTRAC, Water and Sanitation Action Group. We have the one for mental health. It's also an action group. So, like I said, we have numerous of it. If you go to rotary.org, just type in action group. It will give you all the list. And also on club, what is it called? District 911 platform. I've been sharing some small nuggets, which I will share after this event. You can click, just scan the barcode. It will take you there. And from there, you can get your interest. Which one actually suits your purpose can be found on that list. So I believe that has been able to answer the question. I want to call on Rotarian Franklin. He's raising up his hand. Please, you have the floor. Rotarian Franklin. Oh, okay. Can you please tell us more about the difference between Rotary Action Groups and Rotary Fellowship? Rotary, do you get that, sir?
Can I answer?
Yes, please.
Can I take the question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the question. I already have it jotted down as well. The difference between Rotary Action Group and Rotary Fellowship. Okay. Rotary Action Group, as we said at the beginning, is an independent. However, Rotary affiliated groups, they are independent but Rotary affiliated groups, meaning that they are not Rotary clubs per se. Okay. Now, but they have in their midst experts in a choosing field who have come together to do projects in line with Rotary bylaws. Okay, so but however, the action groups must be led, their leadership positions and retractors, and of course, leadership position in such organization, but they're not like Rotary Club per se. Take example, the Rotary Family Head Days that we have in the districts, that everybody must have. I think it should be about the most popular among all all others. Okay, because they are involved in a number of health, meaningful, impactful health projects ranging from HIV screening, distribution of mosquito nets, distribution of sanitary pads, distribution of drugs, over-the-counter drugs, anti-malaria, deworming medicine, among others. At least everybody knows that. So it's not on itself a Rotary Club, but it's a group that is independent, however, is affiliated to Rotary. So it cannot be a standalone Rotary Fellowship. They have their structures, they have their structures and their modus operandi, but it must be in line with Rotary bylaws, and their leadership must come from Rotary, Rotrators, or Rotary Peace Fellows. Thank you very much. I'm sure my PhD will have one or two things to add.
Can you unmute, sir?
Yes, I'm unmuted now.
Can you
Okay.
Are you hearing me now?
Thank you so much.
Yes, we can hear you.
Are you hearing me now?
Rotary Fellowship consists of people who share common.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you hearing me
Yeah.
now?
Okay. Do you want to ask? We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to ask two questions. Earlier at the beginning of the lecture, our facilitator said Rotary International, Rotary Action Group is independent of Rotary International. But he also said they also operate Rotary International bylaw. If they are independent of Rotary International, how come they are not using their bylaws? That is one. The second question is, he said, as a member of Rotary Action Group, you can gain support from experts in other parts of the globe to enhance your project or to execute your projects. Knowing that most of these action group members are all international, they are internationally situated, and most of them are not really based in Nigeria here. As an individual who is a member of Rotary Club of Amuwo Prestige, and I have a project and I need to get in touch, how will I be? Who is going to certify me to see that those projects is being given a pride of place or is being respected by other members of that Rotary Action Group members?
Okay. Thank you very much for the questions, for the two questions. Before I will ask Dr. Bat to answer, let me quickly say this. You know, somebody asked about the difference between Rotary Fellowship and Action Group. Like I said, Rotary Action Groups, we all know how to do with expertise, bringing professionals together to do a project or to be involved in a service project within. While Rotary Fellowships consist of people, family members who have a common interest in recreational activities or professions, and they or have a cultural identity, you know, coming together to foster expanding to help the group expand their skills, foster vocational development, and enhance the Rotary experience by exploring interests while developing connections around the world. So that's just the difference. This has to do with your hobbies, you know, your recreational activities like a beer fellowship, wine appreciation fellowship, coffee drinkers, palm wine lovers. You know, it's something that brings everybody together. It's their hobby. They enjoy cycling. They come together, and from there they're able to raise funds for a particular project in any part of the world. Then let me ask Dr. Bat if you can answer those two questions you asked. Dr. Bat, are you
Yes.
there, sir?
Yes, I'm with you, my PhD. Thank you very much, Rotary and Franklin, for your question. Now, he said, since we are saying that Rotary action groups are independent, why do they use Rotary bylaws? Thank you very much. Now, let me take it again. Rotary action groups are independent. However, they are Rotary affiliated groups. So not like they can stand alone. They are independent, but they are affiliated to Rotary. That's number one. They are independent in the sense that they can run on their own, they can have structures on ground, they can make their own rules and regulations, but it must be in keeping with the Rotary bylaws. And who are the people that lead this organization? Who are the people that are in leadership position in these organizations, in these action groups? They are Rotarians, they are Rotractors, they are Rotary Peace Fellows. Okay, so those are the ones that can take up leadership position. It's not like because we say they're independent, everything they do does not have or everything they do is not under the searchlight of Rotary International and everything. They are affiliated to Rotary. They have some degree of freedom to operate. But however, their leadership are usually made up of people who are committed protractors, committed Rotarians, and Rotary Peace Fellows who understand what Rotary is all about and what it entails. And that is why they can the idea of making sure that whatever they do, whatever standard they've set for themselves are in keeping with Rotary bylaws is to have a form of checks and balances in place so that they do not deviate. Okay, but keep in mind that they offer some certain functions. Number one, they offer their technical expertise and support to help Rotary clubs to plan and execute projects. And of course, that will enable the club to increase the impact, increase their reach. Okay, I will give an example. If Rotary for Family Health Days were to be limited to Rotarians alone, the degree of impact that they are making currently will not be what it is today with the format that is being used, okay, to undertake this job. Now, what Rotary for Family Health Day leadership, what they do is that they check out those centers where medical outreaches are going on. They'll be the one to supply the basic materials like the mosquito nets, the drugs, the sanitary pads, and everything. But the medical team that will carry out those tests, the doctors and the nurses that will participate in those programs may come from different institutions, hospitals now. When I joined, I was working for Laniba Memorial Hospital. So that was what attracted me because I was a doctor. I was one of the doctors in their employment at that time. So that was what attracted. So we brought some other doctors, some other colleagues. I'm also in the know of another medical doctor who came into Rotary through this avenue. He also owns a hospital. Okay, so but basically what I'm trying to point out is that the job is not done by Rotarians alone. It's done by a lot of professionals outside, but in a choosing field, in a particular field to make an impact. Just like you enumerated the other areas where we have Rotary Action Group, not just in health. Rotary and Franklin, I believe I must have answered your question with this little effort. Thank you.
Well, let me just buttress what you said. Like they are actually independent. Rotary don't determine who becomes their director, who becomes their chairman. But annually, they send their reports, both financial reports and every report to Rotary International. If you want to know about it, just send a letter to RI Secretariat. They will furnish you the report of a particular one that you are interested in. for you to know that Rotary is not controlling them. But at the same time, they must do things in accordance with Rotary. Then in terms of you getting technical support for your project, don't say because they are overseas. There is something we call the telemedicine. In telemedicine, we have a group and in Rotary that are into telemedicine. They started a project with Rotary Club of Bayelsa, Yenegua. There's a federal medical center in Yenegua that requires some support, some special support. You know, with telemedicine, doctors and nurses discuss issues, ailments, cases, and help will come all the way from overseas, because they will share it online and they will discuss it. Medical doctors in that field, the expert in that field will relate and say, okay, you have somebody who is having kidney issue, okay, maybe nephrolosis or this and that. They will tell you what to do, how to go about it. And if you try it to work, all you need to provide is a data, or what's called a Wi-Fi or network that is working very well. You have your monitor and camera that will show the person the ailment or the client or the patient, and they'll be able to diagnose properly and advise you on how to go about it. Then Rotary has a group of people called technical cadre. Every action group has technical cadres. The technical cadres are the one that guide people on writing proposal or application for grants. They will give their expertise. Instead of you engaging consultants outside Rotary, they will be the one to guide you through. Some, the action group may charge some fee. Some will not charge. Like WASRAG. WASRAG is having a project at the moment whereby they ask all the ambassadors and their technical cadre to help write grants on water and sanitation all over the world. They will help you package the grant, help you also source for funding, international partners to support your application so that Rotary Foundation can approve it and give you fund from a World Fund to support your project. I sometimes talk to their leaders or district officers who will give their DDF, that is District Designated Fund, to support such a project. So don't say because you are in Nigeria, you can't get technical support from someone in America or from someone in Thailand. Recently, Rotary Club of Maryland commissioned a water project. The person who is the arrowhead was from Rotary Club of Maryland and is the technical cadre, Dr. Femi Akodu. But the partner is all the way from Korea. They help him raise the fund from Korea, I think South Korea. They help him raise fund and get DDF from South Korea to support the project. And the water project was commissioned early this month or last month. I think that was the first project that DG commissioned in the district. So technical cadres help giving you technical support. Just like consultants will help you, or project managers will help you to write your applications and put it in proper perspective before submission. So anywhere you are, you can always get support from your action group because they are experts in most of the field you are seeking support for. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like we all know, this is a 1 hour program and it's already 8:30, even though we started about 7:40. But we don't like to keep people unnecessarily. I believe we have learned 1 or 2 things when it comes to Rotary action groups. If you need more information, just go to rotary.org or www.rotary.org/Rotary action groups. It will take you to the platform where you can locate all the action groups in the world. and then you can click from there and join their membership. Some charge annual dues, while some charge live membership dues. It ranges from $30 to $100 for live membership. Whereas some do not even charge a penny. So it depends on the one you choose. So on that note, I want to appreciate our speaker for coming. He will surely get his appreciation award. And also, I want to appreciate every one of you who joined this night to learn and to share your own experience with us as well. So next month, let us keep the date that every third Tuesday, we shall be having sessions on Rotary action groups, Rotary fellowships, and the likes. Next month is going to be Rotary means business. You are a Rotarian, you can as well benefit from Rotary. Even though we say that there's no benefit in Rotary, there are numerous benefits in Rotary. Let me tell you, that's a fact. I'm a living testimony. I've benefited immensely from Rotary, and I also want you to benefit from Rotary. How to go about it is what you need to know. And the maxim says, Rotary profit most, who serve best. So once you serve Rotary diligently, wholeheartedly, I'm sure you surely get the reward. And the reward will come when you least expected. But when, how, where is what I may not be able to tell you. But when that time comes, you surely get benefit from Rotary. Thank you and God bless. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night, my PhD and the guest speaker. Good night to fellow Rotarians
Good
and guests.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
night.
everyone. Thank you for your time, my PhD and my guest speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being there.
Good night, my PhD.
The next
Thank
one
you
is
so much. Odan Daniela, thank you for coming. Odan Riowo, Odan Adela Wulabi, we appreciate you. Any John.
I came all the way
Thank
from
you
the
for
street
coming.
9112. Odaro.
I know. That's why I'm
I
mentioning
came
you
all
specially.
the way. Itachi Street clearly. Odaro.
One of these days we'll be talking about peace activators.
Okay.
So
Okay.
start preparing. One day I will call you to come and talk about peace activators.
No problem.
I know you
sir.
are one of the alumni.
No problem, sir.
Thank you so much.
Uh,
Good night.